idea what prospective Conservative candidate White Van is talking about?
No clue at all, prospective Conservative candidate Rothman.
Major Cunnicliffe is putting me forward for an important post in Germany.
Major?
But am I right in thinking that you yourself feel I am the man for the job?
My driver's waiting. I really must go.
Are you going to tell me about your sister?
Lance Corporal Hobbs killed my sister.
You a fake, Lomax?
I've no idea. I'm not even sure who is responsible any longer.
You don't think we should show him to Captain Bulgakov? See if he's trying to get a loony ticket out.
We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do, we gotta get out of this place. Girl, there's a better life for me, eh? We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do, we gotta get out of this place.
Section. In a gas attack, if you don't get your mask on in seconds, you'll be dead. We're gonna find out how you'll react in those seconds. Everybody, inside! Come on, Merlin! Hey! Come on, hurry up!
When I call you, step up, take off the mask, and give your name, rank, and number. Do you understand? Let's go, on. Have ahoy! 529! Stand up straight, man! Stand up straight! 529! Pathetic, boy! Come on, get out! And the Keenan!
5294 566 Private Keenan Corporal!
Yours!
Five, four, three, two, one, Corporal, please!
Come on, down you go!
529 551 Private Ratton!
Corporal! I'm Corporal Barrowman! Again! Come on, what's your number?
529 4
Go to that wall! Not that wall, that wall! Come on! Touch the wall! Get back here! Get back here! Now, come on, what's your number?
529
Stand up straight, man! Stand up straight!
Help!
Come on, up!
Corporal! Corporal, stop it! Corporal! He's not breathing! Corporal, help
Get him
him!
out! Come on!
Help him!
Quick, I'm moving!
Get him out. Is he breathing?
Eddie! 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 Easy, easy.
Colin? Stop thinking about it. You said yourself you can never predict what the army will decide.
I was actually thinking we should be grateful to Major Cunnicliffe for the chance he's given us, the chance to make a fresh start.
Ooh. That's good.
We should get away from the camp, meet somewhere for lunch today. Maybe that place you like on the coast.
Well, I think...
Captain Gulliver? Hello? Hello?
At least we get some leave so we can recover, even if it is only for a few hours.
2 hours is enough for what I've got in mind, lads.
I imagine a few minutes is probably enough for you, right?
Oh, you remind me of Judy in her last days. My Labrador died of distemper.
I'm gonna be on the Barrowman's farm until I get out of this place.
Unless you do something about it.
What am I supposed to do? He's paid to make our lives hell.
But not to almost kill you.
And here we see Madame Curie, Nobel Prize-winning physicist. Oh, I thought you'd be pleased to see me.
Of course I am.
And that there were no regrets about last night.
Absolutely not. I can assure you, Private Keenan, you're a very good kisser.
Well, in that case, as I'm the recipient of a well-earned half-day leave, would you like to introduce me to the delights of Ravensey?
Trust me, the delights of Ravensey will not fill an afternoon. But there's a hotel at the top of the hill, the Imperial. We can meet there.
A hotel? Why, Nurse Charles?
Which does a very passable afternoon tea. Now, if you'll excuse me, Madame Curie has work to do.
I'll see you at 4 then.
Change is a fascinating, compelling process. The new start, any new start, brings opportunities to wipe the slate clean.
If we could finish the assessments for 2 sections, sir, there's something in town I have to take care of.
Forgive me, the sermon. I have to hurry too. Lunch with my wife today.
It's a War Office, sir.
We better put them through.
Sir.
Hello, Captain Gulliver, Bleakley Marsh. Yes? Absolutely, sir. Yes, I understand. Four minutes.
1 minute. Then we're free to walk through those gates.
If any of you were real friends, you'd stay behind and keep me company.
Aye, if any of us were mad enough, we might.
You interested, Lomax?
Tell all the girls you'll see him next time.
Yeah, tell them they're missing the best part of 2 section.
Two section! By your beds! From your briefings, you will recognize that as a warning of nuclear attack. These are 2 sections orders. You will not leave this hut until you are instructed. Any man who does so will be shot.
This is Captain Gulliver, your commanding officer. The country has been attacked with nuclear weapons. Communications have been severely disrupted. The camp has commenced lockdown. It is imperative all ranks follow emergency orders. Further orders will be issued as the situation develops. God save the Queen.
Right. 3 days ago, Soviet Premier Khrushchev gave orders for troops to enter West Germany. An ultimatum to withdraw was ignored.
Is this really happening?
Today, a preemptive nuclear strike of 15 missiles was launched against NATO countries and their US allies.
It's just an exercise, though, isn't it?
If it happened, this is how it would happen.
Well, you're not actually saying it is happening, though, are you?
Right, boys, it says we have to assess our situation and pool our resources. Radios, drinking water, and fuel.
What would you do if you was the one Barrowman had it in for?
Stand up for myself. Fight back.
He's the one holding all the cards.
Boys, can you pay attention, please?
Find his weak point. Aim your fire at that.
Look, the sooner we get this stuff done, the sooner we can get off camp.
Oh, I've got a better idea. How about I go to the NAF and get Rat and some grub? You lot can stay here and do the pretend war.
Yeah, but are you sure it is pretend?
It's an exercise. If it was real, we'd know about it.
How? You think if they hit London with a missile, you do the Big Bang up here?
Can't believe you're all taking this so seriously. I guarantee if I open that door, all I'll see is NCOs with clipboards.
Why don't you try it?
Get back in your barracks, Barney!
Captain Bokakov, 4-minute warning's been sounded.
Very good, understood.
Very good, sir. Get secure.
0 hour plus 1. Do not, in any circumstances, go outside. Radioactive fallout can kill. The number of casualties the country has suffered is not yet
Right.
known.
Chewing gums. 3 packs of. Cigarettes. 8 packs of. 1 transistor radio. No battery. Thanks, Lomax. And, a pack of rubbers. Thank you, Hoy.
If it's not an exercise and we have to survive a nuclear winter on this...
We're as good as dead.
NCOs move to Code Red. Repeat, Code Red.
The thing to bear in mind, Audrey, is that with any pregnancy test, there is always a margin of error.
Connie, am I pregnant?
Yes.
I bring news from the front line. Put 1,000 head doctors into one big room, you would not believe the amount of nonsense generated. Mrs. Gulliver, I'm so sorry, I didn't realise. I intrude.
No, not at all. We were just gossiping. Captain Bulgakov.
There was one interesting fellow amongst the dross, Connie. Ronnie Lang. Talks about insanity being a perfectly rational response to an insane world. Well, he was an army psychiatrist for a while.
Jimmy, what's going on? Come on, it's time to save the world.
Personally, I'm not so sure it's worth saving, Corporal.
You going to join me?
So Armageddon.
0 hours plus 90 minutes. Reports of 1 warhead detonated over Birmingham, another over Newcastle, a ground-burst detonation at Manchester Ringway Airport.
Of the 1 section armed and 2 in the perimeter, sir.
Extensive fires and severe blast damage in all metropolitan areas.
2 sections will be detailed to patrol the camp.
Audrey?
Colin,
Sergeant.
Mrs. Gulliver, what on earth are you doing here? Can't you see there's a live exercise going on?
Yes, I appreciate that. I did hear the sirens. But am I supposed to hide under a desk until it's over?
Audrey.
Or would you like food on the table when you come home?
Sergeant Butcher, would you escort my wife home, please? I don't want you to get caught up in any unpleasantness. Sergeant.
That appears to be an order, Sergeant.
Women, what can you do? Nora? Yeah, you know, I love her and everything.
Of course you do.
This nuclear war thing really brings it home to you, doesn't it?
What does that mean?
Well, if this was your last day, then you wouldn't want things to go unsaid and not be sorted out, would you?
I suppose.
No, please, I need to explain. I need to make you understand.
I do understand. You need the army much more than you knew.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I don't love you, because I do, I really do.
I believe that. Even though you've been drinking, I do.
Well, that's great then, because we can sort it out, because if this was your last day on Earth...
Not until I hear truth from you.
That is the truth. Look, I love you, and I want to marry you.
You lied to me. It's all round camp how you tried to steal this Private Keenan's girlfriend from him.
No, that's not what happened.
And if that's what you get up to, messing girls around, why should I stand in line to be next?
Nora. Is my name.
One night only, with me, Owen Davis, singing the songs of Elvis Presley at Cumdonk in Bowls Club.
Go to Paris with Estelle. Visit Oscar Wilde's grave.
Spend some time with my little boy. Repent.
If I did just have one day, she's the one I'd spend it with, Alice. I wish you could have met her.
So is it a quick death or like a lingering thing?
Oh, you're missing the point, Hoy. The question is, you have one day to live. What would you do?
Oh. Okay, I'd probably, I'd go fishing. What? I like fishing.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, this is so tedious. Almost as tedious as reading your diary, Keenan. Which I have to say had very poor syntax.
Empty your present for your bench 2 sections!
As invigilators, you will patrol the camp, looking for anyone risking death from radiation by leaving their place of security. If such a person is spotted, they must be challenged and their details taken.
I think Corporal Barrowman's been at the catnip. That's one for the journal, eh, Keenan?
Ain't got no home or no place to roam. Ain't got no home or no place to roam. I'm a lonely boy. I ain't got a home. I got a
Look,
I don't understand how you're going to convince anyone you're a better Tory candidate than posh boy Whitebound.
Oh, Keenan's been giving me lessons. Look, I'll show you, okay? You be a voter, and I'll come to your door.
All right.
Okay. Hello, I'm Leonard Rothman.
Take your hat off.
Hello, I'm Leonard Rothman, your local Conservative candidate.
Up with Labour. Always have been. You're wasting your time round here, mate. Oh, come on. You've got to be quicker than that. I got the door closed and I'm back inside watching Hancock's half hour.
Okay, sorry. All right. I'll try again. I wasn't ready. Okay. Knock, knock.
What are you going to do about the national health?
What do you mean do about it?
Well, the other lot brought it in and everything was free. You lot were against it and put a shilling on my grand's prescription.
But the Conservative Party...
Now you make me pay £1 if I go to the dentist. If I vote for it, will you scrap that? I'm going this way. Come on.
0 hour plus 2. High levels of civilian casualties suffered. All medical staff report to triage zones at gates 2 and 3.
That's 2 hours of leave already gone. Unbelievable.
Makes you wonder how we ever ran an empire, doesn't it?
Lomax, that wasn't from a movie, was it?
And just between you and me, the whole act does get a bit tedious after a while.
So it is an act?
Of course. I'm as sane as an ex-man.
You must really hate the army. To go through this whole performance just to get out.
Oh, hey. It's not about getting out. Any idiot can shoot off his toe and get out. It's about taking a stand. Putting things right.
I just heard from Lomax. Without all the voices.
What's my view on the National Health Service?
I think I prefer the voices.
What do I say at the selection panel if they ask what I think about it?
You just shake your head and then you sigh and then you say, ah, yes, the welfare state.
Ah, yes, the welfare state.
No. You need to sound as if you know all the arguments in support of it. And know that they know that you know that none of them are very good.
Ah, yes, the welfare state.
That's it. Perfect.
Might I join you, Captain Bulgakov?
Sir, please do. How's the apocalypse progressing?
Rather pleased with it, actually. We're at 0 hour plus 2. Apparently 50% of the country is burning. A radioactive cloud has drifted overhead, bringing black rain toxic enough to burn skin on contact.
Excellent. Excellent.
Victor, I thought I might update you on things regarding my wife. The situation, in many ways, is far healthier. A lot more things now in the open, communication less strained.
Good, that's a healthy and...
I do want a new beginning between us. Thank you. But what can I do to convince her that things will change? Victor, I feel I still may lose her.
Ask yourself, what is it your wife most wants? Are you prepared to offer her that, even if it means that you yourself must change?
Test is reliable. There's no doubt about it. Michael, I'm pregnant.
So, what do you want to do?
Well, there seem to me to be 3 options. I could tell Colin, that I'm pregnant and the child is his. Or I could tell him I'm leaving him. But unless you're with me, I don't know where I'd go or how I'd live.
The third option.
Zero hour plus 3. Radiation remains at fatal levels. Perimeter patrols will stand down and return to assembly point A.
Connie, you know Sergeant Butcher?
Oh, I'm sorry, I should have called ahead.
No, not at all.
I was just leaving. Captain Gulliver asked me to escort Mrs. Gulliver home. He was concerned for his safety.
And I seem to have escaped nuclear annihilation, so thank you for that, Sergeant.
I just wanted to check you're all right.
I'm...
I remember my mother telling me, always follow your heart.
But if I decided to leave him, to go, well, go where? And live how? I mean, we have to be realistic. Michael's no young Romeo, and I'm no heedless Juliet.
Audrey, a year from now, which would you most regret? Going or staying?
It is now 0 hour plus 4. 30% of the population is dead. Collection and disposal of casualties is now a priority.
Body bags.
What now, Wirebound? Found another fly to pull the wings off?
I think that might be exactly what I found. It says here that is Sergeant Barrowman, which means the army broke him down to corporal for something. And I see somebody who'd know that story. Someone who, if I played it right, would tell it to me.
Wirebound, you're a very unpleasant creature, do you know that?
I awakened this morning. I was filled with despair. All my dreams turned to ashes and gold. As I look at my life, it was barren and bare. Without love, I had nothing at all. Without love, I had nothing. Without love, I had nothing at all.
Section, gonna move on. Come on, move it. I'm going out there. Private McElvenney, move those legs. Run, run, run. Line up down here. To section. At ease. It is now 0 hour plus 12. Disposal of potentially hazardous cadavers is necessary. In warfare, as an interim measure, a mass grave will be dug for your fallen comrades until a later time when a proper burial can be conducted. You will dig a pit 4 feet deep to take 100 bodies.
Corporal Barrowman.
You said to come and see you if I ever needed to talk.
Sometimes, Lance Corporal, you've got to grit your teeth and take what's coming to you. But then there are times you've got to stand up and say enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Bratton was in tears, telling me he's trying to get on the right side of Barrowman, but it doesn't matter what he does, he can't.
Tell him not to blame himself. It's not his fault. There's always one he picks out.
I don't follow you.
I think it was 58. I don't know, but there was this lad. He was nice enough, but he was always messing about, and Barrowman, he took a dislike to him in a big way. Started pushing him in training and on parade.
Go on.
Well, one day he just pushed a little bit too far. Private Brooks, he didn't fall in for parade, so Barrowman went looking for him.
I found him in here.
Poor boy, he hanged himself from that roof beam.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't blame myself for what happened.
But do you have regrets?
This is the army. We're here to make weak boys into tough men.
Do you still have the nightmares? Sounds like the all clear.
Captain, sir. I think I might be doing it again.
He actually went ahead and did it. In the gym. What the bloody hell you lot been doing?
Where were you, Whitebound?
I've been busy doing some digging of my own.
Great. We're officially still on leave for the next 35 minutes.
Oh, gosh. I can't believe it. I say let's make use of it.
What?
Would you want the army to have it?
What, and do what? There's only time to walk to the end of the road and back.
Sounds good to me. But you stay here. Wait for Butcher. He'll find something for you.
You know what's ironic? He's officer material and he doesn't even know it.
So, what do we do about Barrowman?
I think Corporal Barrowman would have no one to blame but himself if he was bitten by a little of his own poison.
I hate the bloody army! I hate the bloody food! I hate the bloody marching! I hate the bloody uniforms!
How long does this crazy act of yours go on?
Not much longer. Now Captain Bulgakov's back, and the real show begins.
Long days and nights we strained at the oars, while the white whale swam freely on.
Right. What's Mad Boy on about now?
Don't you ever go to the movies, Davies? That's Gregory Peck and Moby Dick.
Those voices.
And I smell salt in the air.
Well, he was only bloody acting, wasn't he? Come on! All right, come on! Go on, buddy! Oh,
Oh, excuse me, lads.
It seems we both survived a nuclear emergency.
Shame we had to scrap afternoon tea.
Private Keenan. Keenan, you come with me.
Is that an order, Lance Corporal?
If it has to be, yeah. You need to sit down and listen.
What are you doing? Jimmy?
Both of you, sit down and listen.
Whatever you have to say, I'm not interested.
Yes, you are. Because you haven't thought about much else since you saw me on your first day here.
Anything between you two is nothing to do with me.
All right. You need to hear this. You owe me this at least. Sit down. I met a girl called Alice at a fun fair. It was about a year ago, before we ever met. I was on leave with 3 of the lads and she was with her friends. She was Keenan's sister. We did all those usual seaside things that everybody does, but then she cut a leg on one of the rides. I ended up sitting in a hospital waiting room with her for about 3 hours. Precious moments of my leave were ticking away. And there I was, just sat there talking to her. And we just talked. She told me about how much she loved her dad, how much she cried when her mum died. We talked about her favourite records, her favourite book, about how much her brother meant to her, about her plans for the future. But anyway, after the hospital had fixed her up, it was just the 2 of us, so we walked down the beach as the sun went down. We sat under the pier and then... I was leaving for a posting in Cyprus the next day, so we swapped addresses and I said that I'd write, and I did. But the first letter that I got back, it took 6 weeks to find me. And she told me that she was pregnant. Nora, you need to hear this, you really do. Or do you think your daddy was the only soldier to get a girl pregnant?
Go on.
Well, she said in the letter that she was too young to be a mum. She was only 19 and that she'd have it taken care of. I tried to get leave, but my COE was a right bad one. I managed a phone call to the work number that she gave me, and they told me that she'd been taken ill and that she died. I love you, Nora, really, I do. But there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think of her.
Sometimes we have to acknowledge that certain things have to change.
Absolutely. Audrey, I really want things between us to change.
No, but sometimes circumstances conspire to force a difficult decision.
And I want to give you what you want. This is a letter to Major Cunnicliffe.
But Colin, I thought we agreed. The posting to Germany has gone. You have to move on.
I have. This is my resignation from the army.
Corporal, the lad sent me. We're worried about Ratton.
What about him?
He hasn't been himself since this morning. He's really depressed.
Of course he is. He's in the army.
But he told McIlvenny he just couldn't carry on. What do you think he meant by that, Corporal? Somebody said they saw him heading to the gym. Are you ready to lose Keenan's bet for him, Mr. Rothman?
I'm looking forward to seeing you grovel, Mr. Whitebow.
Oh, my lord.
Victoria Cross. It's like the FA Cup and the Olympic gold all rolled into one.
I'm leaving it behind. I want you to come with me. A signal, so we can recognise each other.
Get a shot!
I don't want a stupid white poppy.
We gotta get out of this place. If it's a lie.
Here's what to come on BBC One. The Mystery House causes a stir on Escape to the Country next. Then there can't be any wrong answers if you want to win Perfection at 3:45, followed by a new adventure at 4:30 with the Antiques Road Trip.